Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world today. Welcome to the 2020 Math Open at Andover, which we call the MOAA. This is the third edition of our contest, which is completely run by students at Phillips Academy. I'm Christina. I'm one of the tournament directors. This is my third year working with MOAA. This is my second year on the board of organizers. You might remember me as the director of registration from last year who sent you guys a lot of emails. This year, I spearheaded registration and outreach efforts, and I worked on the automated registration for the website.
Okay. Hello, I'm Jeremy. This is my third year at MOAA. In the previous 2 years, I was proctor and grader. And this year I helped overhaul the website framework so that we could have online answer submission.
Hello, I'm William. I'm a tournament director. This is also my third year at MOAA. Most of my time was spent in problem writing and grading in the previous 2 years. This year, I've worked mainly in organizing and writing problems.
Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. I'm also a tournament director and this is my second year at MOAA. Last year, I mainly worked on writing problems and proctoring. And this year I'm writing problems again, and I'm also organizing the Gunga Bowl.
Awesome. So I guess let me start by pointing out the obvious. I am addressing you guys all through Zoom today, whereas I'd usually be welcoming you all in Kemper Auditorium on a crisp fall morning on our beautiful campus in Andover, Massachusetts. But fortunately, actually, we are on Zoom today. And so with all of the circumstances of this year, we just want to point out everything that we have done with MOAA this year. So one of our first goals and objectives for this year was to foster equitable access to the competition. So this year we do not have a registration fee for participants. So anybody who is interested in mathematics is able to participate. And we also went virtual this year. So this in turn eliminates the geographical restriction to participation. So even if you wouldn't be able to make it to our Andover, Massachusetts campus, you are still able to participate today. And just to put this in perspective, all of this is during the very difficult circumstances of this year. And I really think it's beautiful how we can find joy and community through mathematics despite everything that's been going on this year. And although we do lose the physical sense of community of an in-person competition this year, we do have a Discord server which has served as our competition hub for this year. And just a quick shout out to Jeffrey, who is our webmaster and our Discord guy. And just some numbers to put everything in perspective. So this year we have, as of last night, we have 1,159 participants. That number blows my mind every time I see it. To put that number into context, last year we had 146 participants for MOAA 2019. And if my math is right, which I hope it would be since I'm running a math competition, that is a 694% increase in participation, which is absolutely awesome. And just another number to throw out, we have raised over $18,000 in sponsorships. And just a quick shout out to Arnav, who is our director of outreach. And with that, I would also like to explicitly thank our sponsors for MOAA 2020. First, we have Daily Challenge with Po Shen Lo. Daily Challenge is now a 2-year sponsor. This year they are a gold sponsor, which means that they have been extremely important in supporting MOAA this year. Another one of our gold sponsors is the ARA Team Institute. And the last gold sponsor is Wolfram. And all of these sponsors have provided us prizes to give out to the participants, which is awesome. And now we have our silver sponsors to recognize. We want to start by recognizing the Russian School of Mathematics. They are a second-year sponsor. And we also have Texas Instruments and Kumon Math and Reading Centers of North Andover, Natick, Peabody, and Waltham. And to close out our sponsors, we have our bronze level sponsors. So we would like to thank IMC, AOPS, and MathWorks for making all of this possible. And I also just wanted to acknowledge some other institutions and people that have also been paramount in making this big event possible this year. So the Math Open at Andover is made possible by a generous grant from the Abbott Academy Fund, continuing Abbott's tradition of boldness, innovation, and caring. So our 2018 inaugural Math Open at Andover was funded by the Abbott grant from the Abbott Academy Fund. So we really are indebted to them for this competition. And we'd also like to give a shout out to the Phillips Academy IT department. Without them, we would not be addressing you guys through Zoom. So thank you so much to Mr. Tridenti and Mr. Cordy for all of their help in that. We would also like to give a very big thank you to the Phillips Academy Math Department. Everybody there has been so supportive of our student-led initiative. And it's just awesome because there's so much support for this amazing event. Yeah, so I'm going to now turn it over to Jeremy, who is going to talk about the logistics of the competition today.
Okay, so welcome to MOAA, everyone. I hope you guys are excited to solve some problems. So because everything is online this year, we have to make sure, be very careful with the instructions and make sure you get everything accurate to make sure there are no technological difficulties. So I will quickly share my screen to show you guys the website. Okay, so this, as you have probably seen, this is the homepage of our website. Make sure you check out our brochure, which you can access with this link. This brochure contains everything you need to know about the competition pretty much. There's Zoom links, the schedule, there's instructions for accessing the Discord sponsor booths and just the competition in general, and a host of other information that you will need. So please be sure to read through this all the way through. So yeah, I'll just quickly go over the schedule. I'm sure you guys have seen this so many times already, but the opening ceremony is where we are right now. The general round will begin at 11:15 EDT, which is Eastern time in the US. The theme round at 12:15 and the Gunga Bowl at 4. So also remember that Professor Poshan Lo will be giving a talk for parents at 11 a.m. and then a problem discussion at 5:15 p.m. And the closing ceremony is at 6:30, of course. And then this over here, the 2 p.m. block, is for the speakers that will be coming from our sponsor organizations. So that includes, for example, RSM and other organizations. So hold on. Now I will quickly walk through how to submit your answers. All this information is on the brochure, but in case you haven't looked at it yet, I will go through it using some screenshots. So first of all, the problems will be on this page called MOAA 2020. As you can see, there's a button for the brochure here, and then below the button, there's below this top bar, there's 2 more buttons down here and under problems. One that says general round and one that says theme round. These are password protected PDFs. So when you open the PDF, you will be brought to a screen that asks you to input the password. We will send you the password right before the competition begins, and you'll also be able to access it through the portal. So don't panic because they're password protected. So in order to actually submit your answers, your team captain will need to log in using the account that they registered with. So input your username and password, click login, and you'll be brought to this portal called the team submission portal, right? So first you have to read and, to make sure that everything works, we discovered this earlier, you must hard refresh the portal site. So what that means is you have to press this command on Mac or this one on Windows. So please be sure to do this before doing anything else on the portal. Once you click login and you're brought to the portal, please press Command-Shift-R or Control-F5, depending whether you're Mac or Windows, to make sure that everything works properly. So after you do that, you can please read the whole honor code and sign it by pressing this box and clicking Let's Go. And you should be brought to a page that looks like this. So now, as you can see, there's 3 buttons that have timers on them. They're currently not accessible. So when the timer counts down to 0, that's when the button should become accessible and the round will begin. So this button on the left is general round, the one in the middle is theme, and the last one is Ganga. So when you go into the submission portal, this is for general round, you'll see the password for the problems here, and you'll see a timer here. So when the timer counts down, that's when the round finishes. You input your answers in these boxes right here. And make sure you read all the instructions. Most importantly, please do not close or reload the page after you put in answers, because this will get rid of the answers. You need to make sure this page is open throughout. Like open the page when you're ready to submit your answers, and put in all of your answers at the same time, and then press submit. Don't close or reload the page unless you want to lose your answers. And then, so at the bottom of the page, you have the submit button. Please remember that you can't change your answers after you submit. So when you press submit, you have to have everything inside all of the boxes already. And this is also very important to remember. When you press submit, in order to make sure that the website doesn't crash, your answer submission will be queued. So what this means is that you'll have to wait between 0 and 2 minutes for the answers to submit. Within this time, you must make sure not to close or reload the page. Please leave it open. You can ignore it and just go to another page if you want, but please leave it open. The answers will submit after this timer runs out. If you close the website before the timer runs out, the answers will be gone. So please be mindful of that. And you can feel free to hop into the help desk if you have any questions. And then after the submission happens, you should be redirected to this page where you'll be able to see your answers listed out on the right. You won't be able to see your score like in this sample submission, obviously. So yeah, this concludes the logistics presentation. Please feel free to hop into the help desk Zoom room if you are confused about any of these instructions.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy, for going over logistics. I'm just gonna go over a few questions that we have received in the chat. So once again, all of the rounds will be team-based. There are no individual rounds. The password to log into the portal is the account password that you made when you registered your team. And then the password for the problems, which are in a password protected PDF, you'll see those when you open the submission portal at the beginning of the round. And please note that this is not the MOAA 2020 password that we used for sample submission yesterday. And only the team captain should submit. So the person who logs into the account is the only one who is submitting. The team captain is the one who has the login info for the team portal. The questions are found in the MOAA 2020 page on the website under the problem section. You do not need to submit 2 minutes before the timer ends, and the 2 minutes is just the queue time. So after you submit, your submission will be queued, but you just need to leave the page open and let the computer do the rest of the work. The unique team ID for Gungable will be on your team portal. If not now, it should be out before the Gungable starts. The submission portal is on your team portal when you log into the website. Yes, you are allowed to print the problems. You cannot submit multiple times. There is a 5-minute grace period, so when we start at 11:15 and 12:15 for general and theme, you will have until 12 and 1 respectively because of the 5-minute grace period. Okay, I'm looking through the questions now, and I think that a lot of these questions can be answered by the brochure. And to avoid repeating myself too many times, if anything else comes up, you guys can hop into our help desk Zoom, which is also on the brochure. And yeah, so I guess I'd just like to offer some parting words. So to all of our participants today, good luck. Please have fun. There are some cool prizes that we'll be giving out, but at the end of the day, the best part about a math competition is the fun and community that you get out of it by doing problems with hopefully people that you like, your team members. And for the parents, please stick around because we will be having Professor Po Shen Lo giving a parent talk using the same Zoom link, so just stay on, and we will be starting that at 11. All right, so everybody is now free to set up their Zooms with their communication devices with their teams and get all set up for the competition starting at 11:15 Eastern time, which is in about 25 minutes.